with ethanol, all right? Okay, so ethanol, let's do boring the first time. Ethanol is converted into acetaldehyde by alcohol dehydrogenase. Then acetaldehyde is converted into acetate by acetaldehyde dehydrogenase. Okay, so if you know the names, you can kind of figure out what's going to happen. Then that acetate is converted into acid coal. And then we all know one of the things that can happen to acid coal right now. Okay, okay, so one more time. Ethanol converted to acetaldehyde by alcohol dehydrogenase. Acetaldehyde is converted to acetate by acetaldehyde dehydrogenase. Okay? All right, so the way I remember this is I think about a guy who's trying to cheat in a card game, all right? And he's gonna do that by hiding an ace in his beer, okay? So he's got his, so we started with ethanol, but if he wants to get that ace, he's gonna have to chug that beer down in order to get to the ace, okay? So he has to dehydrate his flagon going from ethanol to acetaldehyde. So alcohol dehydrogenase, he dehydrates that glass, and what he has is an acetaldehyde, an ace that he has to hide because it's soggy, right? Can't just play a soggy ace. So an ace that he has to hide. So then the next obvious step would be the ace that he has to hide, dehydrogenase. He has to dry it off. And after he does that, we're left with acetate, okay? And then that is converted into acid coal, okay? Do y'all need to know the drugs that work on those enzymes? Okay, good. Okay, so any questions so far? Just the baselines? Okay, and also, how many of y'all have played Chinese poker? Tough crowd. Okay, go learn how to play Chinese poker for Thanksgiving. You don't have to know it, but okay. So there are two drugs. Okay, there are two drugs. Okay, excuse me for my cussing, but hopefully it'll be more memorable this way. Okay, so the first drug is, do you guys know what it is? That works right here, fomepizole. And then do you guys know what drug works right here? Disulfiram. Okay, let me spell those for you. Okay, so fomepizole.
Same thing, generic.
So, fomepizole and disulfiram. Okay, those drugs work on these two different enzymes. Okay, so okay, so let's start out with fomepizole. All right, ethanol. Okay, so the guy has his flagon, and he's swigging it down, dehydrating his beer, and then somebody catches him and says, "Fuck you, pisshole," as he sees him trying to swig down his beer. Okay, so he stops him at that step. Okay.
That's on my new insult.
All right, so this guy who catches him, it says, "Fuck you, pisshole," and inhibits this step. But let's say he successfully made it from ethanol to acetaldehyde. He's got an ace that he has to hide. And he's playing Chinese poker, and I guess the only thing you have to know about Chinese poker is that twos trump aces. Deuces are better than aces, okay? So, you know, if somebody put down a king and somebody put down an ace, the guy with the ace would win. But if somebody put down an ace and then somebody put down a deuce, the person with the deuce would win, okay? So when going from acetaldehyde to acetate, there's a mole who's helping out the cheater, and he says there's a deuce in the other hand. So hold off and keep that hidden ace. Keep that hidden ace for a while. Okay? Does that make sense? Deuce in the other hand for disulfiram. So that inhibits this step and causes a buildup of acetaldehyde. Okay? Okay. Okay, so there's some more details to know about that, but for now, let's talk about chronic alcoholism.